morning to all of you, as it is 29th of May 2021, class 12th, subject economics. Our today's topic is income effect on inferior goods. Previously we learned about the relationship of income with superior goods. Today we want to know the relationship between income effect and inferior goods. Law of demand states that price and demand are inversely related. Here, one thing we should keep in mind, that is price of the good, whether it is inferior good or superior good, it remains constant, but only income changes. In case of inferior goods, when income of the consumer increases, abruptly income of the consumer has increased. In ordinary language, we will say that he will purchase more of the good because his income has increased. But here it is having a negative relationship or inverse relationship. Here, less of the commodity is purchased when income of the consumer increases, and more of it is consumed or is purchased when income of the consumer decreases, or he tends to buy more of it or tends to rely on it because his income has decreased. But when in case of increase in income, what happens? The consumer will tend to buy less number of inferior goods. This less number of inferior goods implies backward shift of the demand curve. On the other hand, if income of the consumer decreases further, consumers tend to depend on it on purchasing the inferior good, or he may cut purchase of superior. But here he has to do one thing. In case of decrease in his income, he will tend to buy the inferior good, but this is possible only when he will purchase less of superior goods, or he will not resort to purchase the superior goods because his income has decreased. This can be illustrated with the help of this diagram. Along x-axis we represent quantity demanded, and y-axis we represent price. Price of the commodity is constant, it is same, it doesn't change. Only the income of the consumer. Initially, the consumer's income, when his income is at level A, he purchases OD quantum of the commodity of the inferior good. Now we assume that his income has increased. Income of the consumer has rather increased. What happened? When his income increases, he tends to buy less number of the commodity. Because price of the commodity is same, income of the consumer has increased. This increase in the income of the consumer implies that less number of the commodities, but here his income has rather decreased. This decrease in the income is A to B. AB level implies decrease when income of the he purchases more of the commodity, or he tends to purchase the same level of the commodity. But here one thing is that this AB states the decrease in his income. Decrease in income indicates that either the same amount of the commodity is purchased or more of the inferior good is purchased. But in case of increases in income, A to C level indicates increase. When increase in his income, when there occurs an increase in his income, what happens? The consumer tends to buy less number of the inferior good, less quantum of inferior good as compared to that of the previous when his income has decreased. So this relationship with income and inferior goods is of negative type. That is why this backward shift of the demand curve indicates decrease in his income, and forward shift of the demand curve indicates increase in his income. And so this much is enough for today.